good, man. I'm ready. I want to fight today, you know. I seen you dancing downstairs. Told the ladies to step up to the fight. Let's go make 50 grand, man. He's gang, you know, solid dude. Super excited for Saturday night, man. You haven't bought it. Fucking on pay-per-view. Let's go. Get off your asses. Cowboys fighting. It's going to be a good time.
Have you been surprised? This is one of the first fights I've ever seen like negative feedback towards you. They're like, why is Cowboy taking this fight? Has that been shocking to you at all?
It's kind of good. People are like, yo, Cowboy, get the title, man. But it's not my style, you know? Like I was telling everyone earlier today, I can't be the guy that says I won't fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. And then in the same breath, like, well, except for this one. Right? So, fuck it, let's go.
What do you think about McDuffie?
And it's anyone. 5 years ago, anyone. Now, UFC. Anyone UFC fighter.
No Whole Foods parking lot?
No Whole Foods parking lot, no more. I've an image to uphold now. I got little kids coming to me, say they idolize me, so I can't let them think that it's okay to do that kind of shit, you know? So, it's cool.
Except in an interview, Nurmagomedov said that if you win this fight, you should fight for the title. What's your thought about that?
It's cool. I mean, if I win this fight, and they say Cowboy won't go where I do yet, I haven't seen them take another fight. If the Cowboy will give me the title, here you go. I'll go wait for my ass off also. So, yeah, thank you for being. I appreciate you. Finally, one positive thing towards me, so that's good.
You said you're not underestimating Jon, but do you feel like the public is? Because he looked pretty good at 186.
Listen, people are. You're not in the UFC because you're on the sign, standing on the corner of the sign, we'll fight for food, you know? You're here, there's a reason why. It's the best of the world. So for someone to step up with he just maybe stylistic or magic-wise isn't at the top just because of that, you know? It's not like he's a terrible fighter. The dude brings it. So, yeah, if you think that I think he's not going to become, he's coming hard. I know he is. Absolutely, this is just fucking win-win chance. So, yeah, it's also a fucking win-win for me.
You said you got kids coming up to saying they idolize you. You've taken a lot of fighters under your wing, opening up the ranch, bringing people out. How much has that just impacted things for you of now being that guy that is sort of been here for a while and people are following and you're showing people the way a little bit?
It's really cool, but the flip side of that coin is I feel like I'm reaching the peak, you know, like, oh man, I'm no longer the young guy at the gym. Now I'm like, I've moved to that Rashad and Keith and Chuck, like, man, like, you know, so that part's cool, and having kids, you know, like little kids like 12 years old, going like, man, can we watch their fights? I love you, you know, it's cool. So for me, that's awesome. That's so cool. Like, and having all these guys come up to the ranch, you know, just being able to answer all the questions, like this is big. It's fucking huge. I've been here a couple times, so it's good. But like for a new guy to come his first fight, you got in here, and they're like, oh shit, and, you know, so maybe to help them, you know, the cameras come out to the ranch and talk to the guys, tell them, you know, what to say, what to say, what to eat, what not to eat, you know, what to smoke, what not to smoke, you know. So I don't know. PR team here. Cigars. I was talking about cigars.
I figured that.
All right, good.
Good.
So yeah, it's good.
Why do you do that out of a sense of responsibility to the sport, or you want to give back? What is it?
Give back, I think. You know, I took the hardest way ever, and I see a lot of guys coming to the sport, and they, I want to be a fighter, and they think that next day they're going to be in the UFC. There's a lot. It's a long road. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, man, for sure. So have those guys come on, just tell them, like, yo, man, slow down. Take the slow. You know, you don't always have to train even when you're hurt. Take a few days off. And that's the biggest thing I teach those guys, how to fucking live life, man. And that, to me, like on weekends, I take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Religiously. Almost like a church guy on Friday, Saturday, Sunday for himself. So, and I tell them, you don't need to go train Saturday afternoon. Let's go to the lake. Let's let our body heal. You know, and so that's my biggest teaching. How to have fun, how to live. There's a lot of life out there, man.
Not to get too deep with it, the ranch is built on land that your grandpa bought.
Yes, sir.
A few years ago. I know we've talked about your grandmother's
Right.
influence. She's at everything.
She'll be here. She comes tomorrow.
How much does that mean, man? To be paying it forward and taking people under your wing the way that they took you under your wing.
Absolutely. You said it best right there. I mean, just to take one, to pay it forward, man. Exactly. You know, I'm living in a free house that they built, trying to build a house that I built. You know, so it's cool. You know, the ranch is really coming along, and we don't raise cattle or pigs. We raise bad motherfuckers, man. It's good. It's kind of cool.
And one horse, Phil.
Yeah, that's a quote. About Dos Anjos? Oh man, the guy beat me once. Against Pettis, he looked awesome. Did everything right in that fight. So I'm sure he's going to be watching very closely on Saturday night. And I'm excited to do rounds 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with him. So it's coming.
Do you think about this rematch?
The rematch doesn't matter to me. Everyone else is like, who's the one guy you want to rematch with? You know, who could you pick out? Like, I don't care. Fight's fight. That's done. I'm over it. I watch every fight one time with my grandma. She tells me how shitty I did, and then I move on. So I don't dwell on that.
With that being said, with all the talk Khabib was doing in the lead up to this fight before he got hurt, is that still a fight that's kind of a bucket list fight for you?
Not a bucket list, but it'll happen. I mean, Khabib's very, very good fighter, you know, so he's going to be in the top ranks. So him and I will meet for the 4th time, hopefully. We'll get it done.
Thanks, Cowboy.
Right on, guys. Thank you.